It all began with a message that DJ Akademiks says changed how he views his long-standing relationship with Drake. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip-hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. During a recent livestream, Akademiks made a statement that quickly caught the attention of the hip-hop community. Drake accused him of being intimidated by Kendrick Lamar's team. Yes, that's what Akademiks claims. This is the same Akademiks who has made a name for himself by calling out rappers, stirring up controversies, and clashing with industry figures, yet he's now allegedly being called timid by Drake when it comes to Kendrick Lamar's camp. But before we delve into that serious accusation, we need to provide some context. The rivalry between Drake and Kendrick Lamar has been one of the most intriguing stories in hip-hop lately. With diss tracks, sharp lyrics, strategic silences, leaked verses, and sold-out arenas, it has turned into a cultural battle. Caught in the middle of this conflict is Akademiks, who has long supported Drake while also trying to navigate the shifting loyalties of the public, especially after Kendrick's highly successful Grand National Tour. According to Akademiks, his conversation with Drake wasn't just a casual direct message, it felt significant. "Sometimes you all think me and Drake are super close," Akademiks said during the stream, sounding both frustrated and somewhat amused. "That's my guy and my favorite rapper, but I don't just blindly support him." Then he dropped a major revelation. "When Drake told me that, I was like, yo, I showed up. Are you going to show up?" I swear I told him that. I promise you I stand by that. The show up he's referring to? Kendrick Lamar's consecutive Grand National Tour performances at the Rogers Centre in Toronto, Drake's hometown. The atmosphere was electric. Kendrick, on stage with SZA, reveled in the chants of "OV Ho" from tens of thousands of fans mocking Drake's infamous diss track. The city didn't just attend, it celebrated Kendrick. That had to hurt. So when Akademiks mentioned the shows, he was doing more than just making a point. He was challenging Drake's readiness to face the situation directly. "I confronted them. They're heading to your city. Are you going to show up? This guy just labeled you a pedophile. Are you attending the event?" K remembered. If you look back a bit, that last statement carries significant weight. Kendrick's track, Meet the Grahams, created a stir with its blunt lyrics, including claims regarding Drake's connection with a rumored 25-year-old woman he had allegedly known since she was a minor. Whether these claims are true or not, the impact of the diss lies in its implications, and in Drake's reaction, or lack thereof. This seems to be the source of Akademiks' frustration. He felt he was there when it counted, while Drake reportedly remained quiet and instead directed his attention towards someone who had supported him for years. There's also an interesting twist. AK mentioned he ultimately couldn't attend the show due to a passport issue, one he attributes to his ex-girlfriend, who he claims destroyed his passport. Even this odd detail highlights the chaotic nature of AK's life, attempting to demonstrate loyalty, getting entangled in celebrity conflicts, and being sidetracked by personal issues. But AK didn't stop there. The situation with Drake was merely a part of a broader escalation of tension between Akademiks and Kendrick Lamar's TD team. The day before this stream, TD President Punch took a jab at AK on social media, alleging that it was Drake, not AK, who was writing the captions for his own news outlet, Akademiks TV. Let's pause to consider that. Punch wasn't accusing Drake of ghostwriting music. Instead, he was suggesting that Drake was ghostwriting influencer captions, a peculiar yet pointed insult in today's influencer-driven landscape. It portrays AK as merely a puppet promoting Drake's narrative, rather than a journalist or commentator in his own right. Akademiks quickly fired back, rejecting the accusation and criticizing TDE's entire approach. If Drake hurt your feelings in a rap battle, you all went and posted his address. Now it's time to take action. Stop tweeting, AK expressed on X, previously known as Twitter. This wasn't just online chatter. It served as a reminder that DJ Akademiks, despite often being criticized for seeking attention and creating drama, still views himself as someone ready to engage in conflict, at least in a metaphorical sense. He expects others to do the same. The irony here is that DJ Akademiks has spent years defending Drake, even when public opinion seemed to turn against the Toronto rapper. Whether during the feud with Pusha T or the initial backlash from Kendrick's early diss tracks, AK typically defended Drake's cultural significance and musical talent. However, this situation was different. This wasn't about who had better lyrics. It was about loyalty, pressure, and being present in public. Drake, arguably the biggest pop star globally, has always taken pride in handling conflicts strategically. He often uses subtle hints and calculated moves rather than direct confrontations. But Kendrick Lamar's recent surge in popularity has left little room for such passive strategies. For fans like AK, the lack of a visible presence, especially in a city where Kendrick has been dominating, can be perceived as fear. For someone like AK, perception is crucial. "You all call me the most cowardly person in the game, and I showed up," he declared during his stream. "I'm seeing people." That statement reflected a deeper reality. This situation transcends music. It's about visibility, accountability, and pride. Drake's alleged remark about Akademiks being scared might have stemmed from annoyance or could have been a projection. Regardless, it prompted a moment of introspection in someone who has influenced the hip-hop narrative for the past decade. It also raises a larger question. How do public figures manage their allies when the focus begins to shift? AK's defense wasn't solely about Kendrick or a passport. It was about feeling betrayed by someone he has supported. The industry's reaction to Kendrick Lamar has been nothing short of legendary in 2025. With sold-out arenas, viral moments, and genre-defining performances, Kendrick has consistently made a significant impact. Even those who may not always align with him, like Akademiks, are starting to acknowledge the weight of his presence. When Drake fails to make a significant cultural appearance, particularly in his hometown, it raises questions. Akademiks, despite his usual antics, posed a valid question. Why is Drake calling others scared when he himself didn't show up? It's important to note that this doesn't mean Drake is out of the game. His impressive numbers, cultural influence, and strategic thinking make him a strong contender in any situation, whether in music or otherwise. However, public perception is fragile. In 2025, cultural relevance isn't solely about chart performance. It's also about being present, physically, emotionally, and energetically. Akademiks' livestream was more than just a rant. It marked a turning point. It served as a reminder that loyalty is reciprocal, and even fans can grow weary of defending someone who isn't present. In a landscape where music has a global reach but accountability is local, fans are paying close attention. They want to know who is genuinely committed, who stands firm when the spotlight is on, and who shifts blame when the audience is engaged. DJ Akademiks may have found himself in the middle of a conflict between two major figures, but by calling out Drake, he highlighted that even the most influential must respond to the moment. The pressing question now is, will Drake respond? Or will his silence resonate louder than any song? Only time will reveal the answer. However, it's evident that even Drake's most loyal fans are starting to seek clarity. As for Kendrick Lamar, he continues to perform, succeed, and observe the situation as it unfolds. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.